Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics, and welcome to part 2 of our pond rebuild series. Just a quick update on where we're at. We got all the rocks out and piled them up over here, and the smaller stuff in the buckets. Got the waterfall out of there as well, all the rocks out. Pulled the liner up out of everything. We pulled the tubing out of there, and we dug up the plants and put them right on over there. And now the plan for this video, we're gonna get these 2 tarps out of here. We're gonna dig the pond, we're gonna dig the new waterfall. We're pretty much gonna do everything except like fine details and landscaping on this thing. We're gonna get pretty much the rest of the dirty work done, and we're just gonna do as much as we can today, and then next couple days, I don't really know, we're just kind of rolling with it. What we're gonna do right now is get the tarps out of the pond. Alright, so now that we have the tarps out, we can go ahead and start spray painting the new pond layout. As you guys saw in my planning video, we're pretty much just going to cut this out right there and make the whole thing a bit deeper. First we got to get this outline going, so here we go. Yeah, so that's pretty much as wide as we're gonna make it for the pond itself. We are gonna do a bunch of cool stuff with the waterfall. So now we're just gonna start digging the main pond, and we're gonna use all that dirt to build up our new waterfall section. Yeah, let's just get into it. Alrighty guys, so as you just saw there, we did quite a bit. We completely dug out the pond. The pond itself is done digging wise. You can see right here we have a massive mound of dirt, and I'm gonna spread that a bit this way. I might even have to remove some of it, but I think tomorrow I'm gonna dig out the waterfall and the little mini pond that we were talking about. But we are gonna get some rain/snow tonight, so we just went ahead and rinsed off the liner that was already on there, and we're gonna throw that over the top. Hopefully it fits. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Then I'm gonna take Miles and Jake over to Buffalo Wild Wings, and then we're gonna be done for the day. Alrighty guys, it is now 2 days later, and the goal for today is to dig out the waterfall and the mini pond, and a bird just flew right behind me. We got Miles back here once again. And the first thing we're gonna do is get all these tarps and the liner off the pond, and then yeah, we're gonna get started on the mini pond and waterfall. Alrighty guys, we got the tarps off, and we also went ahead and flattened everything out. We used that tamp to kind of press down this mound, and then also the shelves in the pond. And now you can see I went ahead and cut out the outline of our mini pond. It's gonna be nice and big this time. Then the main waterfall is gonna be right here going into the pond. Then I think we're also gonna do like a mini waterfall going in this way. So we're gonna dig this out and then see what we're working with. Alrighty guys, so we just worked literally into the night, and here's what we got done. It's kind of hard to see in the darkness. You'll get a better look at it tomorrow, but we dug out the mini pond right there. The waterfall box is just sitting in the bottom of it. And then also tomorrow, we're gonna do a bunch of stuff tomorrow. We're gonna dig out a couple more fish caves like we have right over there. And then I'm also going to buy the liner and the tubing tomorrow, and we're gonna throw the liner on here, and we're actually filling up this pond tomorrow, and we're gonna hook up the pump, throw the liner on the waterfall and the mini pond, and we're gonna see how everything runs. I just basically want to see how the water level and the flow is before we make like the fine details. But yeah, tomorrow this pond is going to be full, and we might even start rocking. So again, we're done for the day, but tomorrow's going to be a big day, and I'll see you then. Alrighty guys, it is the next day. Once again, Miles is back, and we're getting started super late tonight. It's about to get dark, but we do want to get some stuff done today. So before we get started on anything, we are going to run over to Lowe's and pick up the liner, and then hopefully they're going to have the right tubing. I didn't really see anything online on Lowe's website, so we may or may not have to order some online. If we do, not a big deal, but we're going to go grab that, and we're going to come back and get started. Alrighty guys, I'm here at Lowe's, and unfortunately they do not have the tubing we need, but they do have the liner. We need 1 1/4 inch tubing, and they have pretty much everything except for that, so we're gonna have to order it online. Then that right there is the liner we're getting, 13 by 20 foot, 130 bucks. That's gonna be the most expensive part of this build, but that's what we're gonna get, and we're getting out of here. Alright guys, we made it back. We've got our liner right there. And the first thing we are going to do is dig out a couple more fish caves. If you remember last year, I dug out that little hole in the ledge and I put a rock over it and that was a cave. And we're going to do another one, I think right there and somewhere over here. So we'll have a couple different caves for the fish to choose from. And then after that, we can throw the liner on and then we can start messing around with the waterfall. Alright guys, and as you saw there, we went ahead and dug 2 more fish caves, one there and one there. So they're all kind of spaced out. And now we're gonna go ahead and throw those 2 tarps over here that act as the underlayment, and then we're gonna throw the liner on there. Alright guys, so as you can see there, we got the liner all ready to go. And like I did last year, we are going to turn the hose on and fill this thing up, mainly just to get the liner like pressed up against the outline of the pond, if you know what I'm saying. It'll get it to its exact form. So I'm gonna go turn on the hose and we're gonna fill this thing up.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, it is quite a while later, but the pond is completely full. You guys definitely like can't see anything, but I'll show you guys first thing in the morning tomorrow. I also went ahead and tested the pump and the skimmer, and it is looking literally amazing. Everything is working so good. And again, I'll show you guys that first thing in the morning. But for now, we're done for the day. I'm gonna head inside and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty guys, so it's actually 3 days later, and first of all, it is a bit of a windy day, so I'm sorry if the audio is bad. But anyway, as you can see here behind me, you couldn't really see it the other night, the pond is full. And yeah, you can definitely tell it is quite a bit bigger than the old pond. And you can also see a bunch of crap floating in there, and that's just from these redbud trees. But luckily, it does look like they're just about done shedding all that stuff off. But like I said the other night, I do want to show you guys the pump and the skimmer working, because it's super cool. Usually the skimmer will be right there, but I have it over there for now. Then I have the pump right down there, which will usually go right there, so it'll go skimmer and pump. Then the tubing's gonna go all the way up to the waterfall. And I did order the tubing, and it should actually be in today. And you guys will see all the plumbing and stuff in the next video. But yeah, anyway, I just want to go ahead and plug in this pump so you guys can see how all this works. And 3, 2, 1. So usually the pump is going to be pumping out through the tubing to the waterfall like I just said, but again, I don't have the tubing, so it's just flowing straight out the top of the pump. And you might be able to see, maybe not, but the water is getting sucked into the skimmer, which will also suck up any floating debris like leaves and stuff. Here, for example, say a leaf falls in the pond, boom, see that? And then all those leaves and stuff get gathered up right here. There's a basket and then a filter pad down there. And you can see it's already starting to gather all these little pink flower things. So yeah, super cool how that works. So whenever we get the tubing in and set it all up, it's gonna be a lot better, and it'll clean all this stuff up really well, because the water is gonna be flowing in over there and the skimmer will be over here. So right now, the flow is right next to the skimmer, so it's kind of pushing everything to this corner. But whenever we have the waterfall and the skimmer on opposite sides, everything's gonna be pushed directly into the skimmer. And again, you'll see all that in the next video. That is pretty much gonna wrap up this video. Right now, I'm pretty much just waiting for that tubing to come in so we can get the skimmer and the waterfall hooked up and running. But I think the next video is mainly gonna be about the mini pond. I wanna get the waterfall the rest of the way dug. I wanna get all the plumbing finished, and I wanna get the whole mini pond and waterfall rocked, ready to go. And then after that, we can rock the rest of the pond and do all the landscaping and plant stuff. So this pond is coming along, and it's honestly almost done. From here on out, we just have the fun stuff to do. All the digging's done. We get to be creative and get this thing looking nice. So yeah, that is gonna wrap up this video, and today's comment of the day goes out to. And if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you gotta do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. We've seen black toe before. Have we seen white toe?
Oh!